guys, Dr. Rev here. Welcome to another Pferd Friday, and we're going to run you through some cutting and abrasive discs and stuff that I use on a day-to-day basis in the workshop. So let's get into it. Pferd has an absolutely outstanding range of abrasives. It's incredible the number of products they actually have. So on a day-to-day, I use one kind of cutting disc, which is this guy here, typical 5-inch. Okay, this is a steel inox disc. Pferd label all their discs for easy recognition. It's the best. So at a glance, you can tell that this will cut steel and also stainless steel. They have discs that cut aluminium and cast iron and all sorts of stuff. But very good, very easy to recognize. You don't have to pick it up and read it to try and work out what it is, especially if it gets kicked around in your toolbox or whatever for a while and it starts to scratch up the label. So for cutting, this, always this, nothing else. So the Polyfan flat discs, these are exceptional, absolutely exceptional. They are very hard wearing, last a long time. Temperature mitigation is awesome too. They don't tend to get hot. Obviously the work gets hot, there's nothing you can do about that. But these just tear through absolutely everything that you can throw at it. I haven't come across anything yet that gives these a hard time. So if you've got some serious rust removal, or you're getting rid of welds or whatever, this is my absolute go-to for that work. Also, they have the Polyfan Curve, which is exactly the same as this, except it's round, so the edges have been folded back, which is excellent for getting inside of 90-degree angles. So if you've got a 90-degree weld on the inside, it's very hard to get in there with a grinding disc to try and clean that weld up if it needs to be cleaned up. This is perfect. Just get in there, whiz it across, and you get this beautiful concave weld that looks beautiful. So these two definitely a must for the stuff that I do in my workshop. While on the subject of actually grinding surfaces, my other go-to, which I only tend to use for cleaning up rusty surfaces, prepping my carbon steel before I start stacking them up to go in the forge, just to guarantee that I get rid of anything that may have penetrated the top layers of the steel, so to get rid of the oil and dirt and grit and everything else. So, which is the Actirox. These are very nasty, fantastic little things. Just a fiber back disc. Now I've used fiber discs for a lot of years from different companies, and I always found that you don't really use the entire disc. You sort of only use the outside 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch, and then they tend to shred and fall apart, and then you're going through discs rather quickly. These guys, yeah, they don't fall apart. They are very, very hardy and really will hang in there until there's no grit left on the disc. But yeah, they definitely remove everything that you want removed. And obviously it comes with the backing disc. Very easy to swap out. It's not uncommon. So what makes Pferd abrasives different to other abrasive discs that are on the market? Well, if you get down into the nitty-gritty of it, and no pun intended, we get right down into these nasty sharp bits that do the cutting, well, we'll find that, I'll post an image up here, that essentially it's a bunch of little triangles that are held in place by an adhesive, and as they contact the work, they strip away what you don't want anymore and gets rid of everything. But as they start to dull, the parts that are in contact will break off, leaving behind essentially a new triangle. It's a little bit smaller, but it's got a brand new sharp edge. And it's because of this and the way that they're engineered and the way they're designed and the way they're built, they continually replenish themselves with new sharper grains. So the grit doesn't wear out until it wears out. Pferd also have another disc called a duo disc, which is a cutter and a grinding disc in one. It does both jobs without you needing to swap between a cutting disc and a grinding disc, which for somebody like me who is inherently lazy, it's quite handy to just be able to pick up your grinder if you need to, whiz off a little bit or just tidy up a little bit of your job without needing to swap out your tooling and everything else. The duo disc comes in sizes of 4-inch, 4.5 inch, 5-inch, 6-inch and 7-inch in 1.9, 2.8 and 3.5 mil thick. They are pretty cool, again photo. Yeah, so check them out. So guys, they're the things that I use on a day-to-day in my workshop. Give it a go. If you're looking for something new, if you're not happy with what you're using at the moment, I promise you, you can't go wrong and you definitely won't be disappointed. I will leave a link over here somewhere which will take you to a list of retailers, and it'll show you the closest retailer to where you live. Check it out. You can look up Pferd Australia on Instagram, Facebook, and of course their website. Okay guys, that'll do it for today. I know it was just short and sweet, but if you have any questions or anything, please feel free to give me a yell. Keep an eye out for stuff that's going on in the next couple of weeks. The club will be launching hopefully in a fortnight. Shouldn't be any longer than that. We've got a whole bunch of stuff lined up, which is going to be absolutely awesome. I know there's quite a few of you out there that are very excited for this club, and I know that it's going to be something great. It really will. It'll bring people together, and hopefully COVID, disappears. But just keep an eye on my page, and you'll be pleasantly surprised at what happens. All right, guys, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.